morning, afternoon, from wherever you are. I guess you hear me. This is Walusi Medi. I'll be hosting today's presentation, and I'm standing in for Nampembe. She got a family emergency. She lost someone, so she couldn't make it as a host for today's presentation. And that's why I came in. I'm going to be holding on this presentation with one of our best and a blockchain enthusiast. Coach Kato has been in blockchain for over 8 years, and he brings to us a vast experience in this field. We all know that majority of Africans are still lagging behind when it comes to blockchain technology. But if you have people like Coach Kato to highlight such issues, we are so much blessed. So I guess we can begin. Myself, I'm just an auditor, and I'm situated in Djibouti. So I'm hosting while I'm in Djibouti. If you're wondering where I am right now, I go by the name of Walusi Medi, and I'm very glad to be with you. I welcome you all to this session, and I hope you've invited most of the colleagues, and I encourage you to invite more as the session goes on, so that they get to an opportunity to also share or acquire knowledge in this ecosystem, the Cashtelex ecosystem, so that they can be investors. As we all know that the Cashtelex vision is to inform at least 1 million families or households. It's not only that, it has to go more. Imagine when we reach such a time when we have like 1 million or 1 billion transactions on our exchange. So, Coach Kata, I invite you. I guess we can start with the number as others keep on joining us. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a great opportunity, and I want to encourage you for the next 30 minutes, be attentive. If you have to remind people, this is our opportunity. I'm telling you, it has never been better than the environment we are in now. And even the entire global situation that is happening, it is just pointing into our direction that it's time for Africa. So, and that's why we're here, ladies and gentlemen. We're here for a bigger vision that is bigger than all of us, okay? And that's why we are participating. I'm sharing my screen. Ladies and gentlemen, for me, the opportunity we have in our hands as Africans, it's over and beyond, because we are part of the global village, ladies and gentlemen. And what is happening in this world right now, we're talking about BRICS. That is another block, that is economic block, that is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. But now 6 countries have been added on that block, and they are de-dollarizing, like you said. They're making the dollar weaker, and such a disruption in the economy of the world is what we need right now. The timing is ripe. When we come into with this technology, Cashtelex, okay, using the latest technology, ladies and gentlemen, and that is blockchain and wealth distribution. What is happening with BRICS is that there's a lot of unfairness in the economy and finance of the world, so they want to redistribute wealth. And here we come into fitting. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to use the same old model of wealth creation that the West used to develop, like formulation of industries and then after industries, then the chain goes on. We must leverage the latest technology to have a leap in development. And there have never been a better time like this time. And the technology that we need to do that is here. And the know-how, the seasoned people in technology, we thank God we have them in Africa. And that's why they have put together this system that is going to use to leverage the latest technology, that's blockchain, to help you and me listening in and the entire continent uplift them. Guys, that's why I'm passionate. It has never been better like this tonight. Okay? So, blockchain financial inclusion, ladies and gentlemen. And this is where we are. What do we want to solve for as far as this technology is concerned, for as far as Cashtelex is concerned? Ladies and gentlemen, we want to fight as Africans and eliminate poverty in Africa. When you look at this graph, okay, number of people living in extreme poverty, it is projected by 2040. Okay, 2040, the world except Africa, the levels of poverty are projected to keep on improving. Ladies and gentlemen, because we are living in a very bad, I mean, the economy of the world, you know, the premise, the foundation of our economics is that resources are scarce. But we are coming from a background taught by environmental Professor Kasuli that resources are abundant. Just from an example of oxygen we're breathing. So we are tapping into that philosophy, building wealth using the latest technology. So we want to refuse that. Look at this global hunger index by 2022. Look at all these countries listed. Okay, look at all those countries. They are listed because many people sleep without a meal. Sleep without a meal. If you can have a meal at home, don't think that all Africans are like that. Many people cannot have a meal. Look at this global hunger index. Okay, unemployment in Africa. Look at Southern Africa. It is worse, 32%. Northern Africa, an average of 12.6%. Western Africa, an average of 6.8. Central Africa, 6.2. And then Eastern Africa, that's where we are, is 4.7%. Ladies and gentlemen, this is empirical data. And a lot can be deducted from here. At least for years, we are now past 60 years after independence. It is very clear that the IMF, World Bank, whatever thing you mention of, it is not going to make us wealthy as Africans. They're just exploiting us. Not until we take 100% responsibility of our lives. It's the only thing that is going to change our life. Cashtelex is coming from that background, ladies and gentlemen, to change the future of our families and our generations to come. Okay? So now, and the technology we are using, ladies and gentlemen, the latest technology is blockchain. And it satisfies, okay, what we call the CIA triad. The CIA triad, these are components that satisfy all technologies we've been using before, like the email, the whatever, mention them. They have not been satisfying the confidentiality, the integrity, and availability. Confidentiality that actually you're confident when you're opening whatever, no one can hack into your whatever, your data. People are hacking into the email. Okay? So that means you're not 100% sure that whatever information you put there, you're confident it will be private if it's supposed to be private. Why? Because it will have been hacked. Okay, the integrity. Okay, that's trust. Are you trusting any data you put in your email that is only you and you? Okay, and even availability. We've always had situations where you cannot access your email. Ladies and gentlemen, blockchain is a technology. And because of this, I don't want to go into technicalities of the technology, but just to tell you, for you and me to know, in cyber security, it is the only technology apparently that has satisfied these three things that has not been done before by other technologies. Okay, and that's why it is being used in many disciplines. For example, people to do with the electoral commission. For us to be safe around the world, people must be used in real estate, in mention anything, blockchain, you are going to see more in the next 5-10 years. In addition, ladies and gentlemen, this technology, blockchain, can be used in different areas, but specifically here, we're calling blockchain and tokenized assets, meaning tokenization is the process of converting assets into smaller units that are tradable. For example, you have a building, okay? Let's say in Uganda, let's say call Mapera as a building in Uganda. Probably it's worth maybe $10 million. I'm giving an example. And the Centenary Bank wants to the public to own a piece of Mapera. What they can do using this technology, because it is immutable, it cannot be changed by any person. What happens, the value of that property can be put on blockchain. And when it is put there, it is tokenized, which means smaller unit. Let's say each unit, or call it a share, is $1, like an example we use down here. So that if it is $10 million, so we shall have 1 unit of $10 million. So you have $100, you buy 10 shares, 10 units. Besides that property, Mapera, can be co-owned because it has been fractionized, okay? In fractions, it can be tokenized, okay? So ladies and gentlemen, tokenized assets simply means digital representation of physical assets. We want everyone, you and me, and everyone to understand why Cashtelex is different and why it has positioned itself so that everyone can anchor on this rope and be pulled out of poverty, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Because we're talking about transparency. We're talking about sustainability. We're talking about truthfulness, okay? That's where we're here. Hey guys, congratulations. Because of the tokenization, I'm here to report to you, ladies and gentlemen, that the city, the Cashtelex city in Uganda, has been fully reserved. Meaning, any token you buy in Cashtelex, it is backed up by physical assets. And one of the examples is this city, which is owned by individual people, the local people, your neighbor, everyone, because this is going to be owned by people. Cashtelex is owned by people. And that's why we are inviting everyone. We are summoning your spirits that this is the chance for us. Don't delay. Buy now. Tonight, don't waste time. In my experience in this space, ladies and gentlemen, this has never been done before. We are the first. Oh yes, you had me right. We are the first. What happens normally is that you see Facebook is only Mark Zuckerberg and a few people owning Facebook. So whatever money generates is only for Mark Zuckerberg. This is a problem. Using even a bigger technology that can be owned by you and me and our generations. Okay, so congratulations, Uganda. So using the method I've talked about, tokenization, this is where we're coming from. All these properties are being tokenized and being paged on the coin, the Cashtelex coin. Okay, you buy a coin, it's like buying shares, Cashtelex, because this is genuine. Okay, now what is going to be the Cashtelex city? These are the amenities: medical centers, sports facilities, an eco market, kindergarten, paved roads, recreation gardens. Man, it's a city. 374 units were reserved, fully reserved. Right now, we are in final stages of locating place where it's going to be built and all the official paperwork, certification, and then, ladies and gentlemen, things are going to happen when you see our CEO, our MD, and combining efforts with our CTO and with our country manager, calling you for the launch. You get what I'm saying? Know that the Cashtelex value is going to shoot maybe 10 times the value it is now. If it is 500 Uganda shillings, it will be 10 times. That will be 500, 5,000. And within a week, when even assets are going to be put in, it will be 10 times that value, probably 50,000 Uganda shillings. What is going to happen? Are you waiting for that? Don't you want to 10x your money passively? This is the opportunity Cashtelex brings for the ordinary person. Okay, so I don't know why we do not invite everyone in Africa. So what is Cashtelex ecosystem, ladies and gentlemen? It's not only property that Uganda reservation is soon happening in Nigeria, in Kenya, in South Africa. Okay, so this is a representation of the entire ecosystem, ladies and gentlemen, how it's going to operate. I'm telling you with authority, no any blockchain ecosystem in the world, mark my words, if you know any that is even close to Cashtelex, challenge me. Okay, so I'm talking because I always put my ear on ground. I don't move out of the market because I know this is the future. It can only get better. It's not going to go back. If you're there thinking it's going back, you are in delusion, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on to this work. Yes, because it has never been done before. We're doing it for the first time. Definitely, we're going to be challenged. So what? It's only going to get better, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So Africa's first asset-backed blockchain success with building solutions to solve existing crypto issues like volatility, scalability, and instability. These are issues that we are making people shun away from blockchain and crypto space. Now, Cashtelex has come up with a solution because it is using real assets, physical assets that are owned by the ordinary person, you and me. That Uganda city, it has taken time to be closed, but it is worth it. It is worth every sweat, every blood. Oh yes, it is worth, because it has never been done before. All the skeptics are on the fence. We're going to smile the loudest to our bank accounts, ladies and gentlemen, because we're doing something different, something unique, something for Africa by Africans. And this is why you hear my voice. It is passionate. If you are there on the fence, we're going to leave you behind. We have an exchange, which is also asset-backed. Remittances. Let me show you here. The gold. Another asset that is going to back up Cashtelex, ladies and gentlemen, in addition to real estate, is gold, which also the shares right now are also on sale. Go and buy 20,000 worth of Cashtelex. That is equivalent to one share. You are literally buying gold. You are owning gold. From time immemorial, gold has been a reservoir for wealth across time and space. Okay? And now it is coming back again with Cashtelex because we have the technology And thank God we have experts with us who can do this. Okay. And then remittances. Okay. Using blockchain technology, using the wallets. Okay. Discounts, the Cashtelex Go, the Amazon of the digital world, where you'll be using CTLX, and you have discounts even up to 50%, but on average 40% discounts when you use CTLX to buy on Amazon. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world right now, maybe second to Elon Musk. He built Amazon from a garage. Now Amazon is people buying all over the world. We are building Cashtelex Go around Africa. You know, Africans, the challenge we have, we don't believe in ourselves. If me speaking here, I was white with a white color, maybe you would have believed more. But what do they have that we don't have? I'm a scientist. I know everyone, each and everyone in this world, God gave him or her 14 billion brain cells, whether white or brown or black. So it's how we use it. But because we have an inferiority complex, that's why we don't even invite more people to the thing we own. Are you waiting for a white person to come and tell you this is the best? Can I repeat it more? We have the best system. Okay? And it's high time we believed in ourselves and we join our hands, we lock our hands together to build something that has never been done before, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? And this is Cashtelex. Okay? So we have an exchange, Cashtelex exchange, asset backed. Okay? You can go here and buy. We have trainings. It's like learning to do what? Your mobile money. You didn't know how to use your mobile money. Right now, you know. Even right now, if you don't know, we have classes we teach people. Ladies and gentlemen, we're better than many, many, many whites. If you're waiting for them, we're better than them. I'm telling you, sometimes it is the inferiority complex of we blacks to believe in ourselves, to believe in our people, to believe in something we have started. It's high time you drop that. Okay? Yes, that's why we see all our young people are being exported in the Middle East. And we start crying. Why don't they buy just a few shares in Cashtelex? Okay? We've been here, we are here, and we're going to be here 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, God willing, and we shall leave it here for our children. Why don't you participate here? Even if you own a job, I don't care which job, put here money in Cashtelex, and you will laugh to the bank account. Okay, so sources of revenue. Where is the money going to come from? The digital bank services that is enabled by our exchange. I've told you. Okay, it is able to do 1 million transactions simultaneously, one of its kind in this blockchain and crypto space. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm emphasizing here the fact that you don't know about crypto, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. The fact that you don't know, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Okay? It's the very reason you come. We're living in an information age. That's why we endeavor to educate everyone, to teach everyone, to tell them this is the best. Okay? Global Mile Exchange, I've told you, because that's where be the sources, just like mobile money, but this is faster and cheaper. Real estate, I've talked about Cashtelex cities. When Uganda city, Cashtelex city will be launched soon, in the next few weeks. Nigeria will be launched. Kenya will be launched. South Africa will be launched. Okay? In the next 2-3 years, all those cities will up and running. The gold trade, because for them, they are easily scalable, they are going to start very fast. And this is why we say Cashtelex is asset backed. These physical assets that are being owned by you and me are the ones that are going to be pegged on this coin. You know what I'm saying? For example, if combining real estate, Cashtelex cities and gold trade around Africa, For example, we have worth $300 million. And remember, in Cashtelex, we have 100 million Cashtelex in circulation. The 10 million will be mined. So 100 million divided by $300 million. It will be worth $3. That will be the best value, which solves the volatility. How I wish everyone can understand this. And then in addition to the best value, add there the market value that is brought by demand and supply. Okay, are you with me? If you are with me, just say 1111 for me. I could be talking to myself. I need to see more 111. Thank you. More 111 to know that people are following. So the cash Telex.
One.
Thank you. Okay. So guys, this is an example here. The conservative projection. Okay. And I want to put a disclaimer. The projection is an illustration of what is possible. It can be more or less basing on the growth of our ecosystem of time. Okay. So don't say you told us in the next 5 years it will be like this. It can even be more, but it can also be less, depending on how we grow. You and me listening in, we must take ownership and take it in our hands. My mother told me that, my son, in this world, you can make a fist and fight for your life, or you can put your hands in a fist and be a beggar. But let's choose to make a fist. We have been beggars around Africa. Don't you remember this young little leader of Burkina Faso, when he went to Russia and told the elder leaders that, why are you beggars? And they got annoyed. We must change this, ladies and gentlemen. We make a fist and fight, and you have a platform where we can do it. And this is Cashtelex. Don't wait for Bazumbus to help you. I'm telling you, it's criminal. It is obscene to be waiting for Bazumbus, and we are better than them. Do you want me to tell you history that the great civilization in Africa and Egypt was by Black people? Go and search about the Kemets. All those pyramids were built by Black civilization, not by whites. All those Arabs came in from Iraq, from Syria, okay, from Greece, from Rome, and they came to Egypt, and they intermarried, and they pushed away the Black people. You need to know this, ladies and gentlemen, that civilization started in Africa. We're not beginning something new that we've never done. We're beginning something that is going to change our lives forever in Delhi. This is an example that 1 year from now, in August next year, let's say the value is $5, just $5. But what I've told you about the assets that are going to back it up, okay? It can be $5 or more. And you only buy 1,000 CTLX. Don't be lazy, guys. The minimum you need to have is 1,000. Yes, you can begin with a $50, but you can begin with 200,000 Uganda shilling. But keep accumulating till you get at least 1,000. And what will be your value 1 year from now? God willing, can be 5,000. The second year, it has grown to $10. These are just projections to show you, to stretch your mind, to see with your mind the realm of possibilities. What is possible? Even more. I've seen in this crypto, people bought Bitcoin, but when it was $1, now Bitcoin is 30,000 US dollars. What multiplication? That is over 1,000 or 1 million percentage increment. But remember, Bitcoin is not asset backed. So what are you waiting for? So with this projection, there's that possibility that in the next 5 years, we have a possibility. It can be $30. Let's say it's not $30. It's only $15. What investment have you made now that you can have passively? Here it's passive. So what if it is more than that, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, so the benefits, daily income from the 2080 profit sharing. Cashtelex has a concept that all profit that are going to be got from our exchange We want to make our exchange active. No one is going to make it. It's you and me. Okay? That 80% is shared by all partners and 20% back to the company to enlarge the ecosystem. The capital gains, I've told you, the value growth. The discounts of Cashtelex go up to 40%. Medical insurance, instant global remittances, and gold share exchange. Ladies and gentlemen, this is by Africans for Africans. Okay? And we are relentless. Okay? This is a new investment paradigm, leveraging blockchain technology. It is creating an enabler for you and me, an enabler of investment in assets by bigger majority, not by smaller majority. Like what I said, all these global conglomerates, the Elon Musk, the Tesla, the Amazon, the Alibaba, the Facebook, the Twitter, all these are owned by individuals. You understand? All the money is taken away because that is the competitive capitalism. And ladies and gentlemen, Cashtelex is bringing the compassionate capitalism, a win-win philosophy that uplifts the entire community, ladies and gentlemen, in order to provide food, accommodation, clothing, and health. And our first task is to hit the 1 million African households. 1 million African households. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, requirement to participate, national ID, an email address, smartphone, and a minimum investment of 200,000 Uganda shillings. Ladies and gentlemen, let's invite everyone around Africa. Let's invite everyone around Africa. This is ours. Don't wait for a Muzungu to come here to help you. It is shame. Let's go back. Let's summon our spirits. This is the time. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. And without much ado, let me invite my host, that is Mr. Walusimbi Medi. Back to you. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, our presenter, Coach Kato, the blockchain enthusiast. You've articulated these issues very well, and I believe we all have picked a lot from this night's presentation. We cannot thank you we thank you very much for such a wonderful presentation. So I thank you all for joining this presentation. And with those words, I would like to end by still thanking Coach Kato for such a wonderful presentation. And I call upon you all to join in the upcoming sessions, and also call our family, friends, and all those you care about and all those you don't know. Yes, they will thank you, inshallah. I guess good night. I should say good night to you all. Thanks for attending. See you next time.